Another day is here, and you're ready for it. What to wear? Check. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Check. Planning for what's next and how to save for it? That's where Bank of America can help. For your financial to-dos, Bank of America has experts ready to help get you closer to your goals. Get started at one of our local financial centers or 24/7 in our mobile banking app. Find a location near you at bankofamerica.com/talktous. What would you like the power to do? Mobile banking requires downloading the app and is only available for select devices. Message and data rates may apply. Bank of America N.A., member FDIC.
When you need mealtime inspiration, it's worth shopping Kroger, where you'll find over 30,000 mouth-watering choices that excite your inner foodie. And no matter what tasty choice you make, you'll enjoy our everyday low prices, plus extra ways to save, like digital coupons worth over $600 each week. You can also save up to $1 off per gallon at the pump with fuel points. More savings and more inspiring flavors make shopping Kroger worth it every time. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
Now's the time to save 30% on wedding jewelry, only on BlueNile.com. Make sure your wedding ring is the one, with your pick of diamond and lab-grown diamond bands, all hand-finished and graded for excellence. Or surprise her with something blue she'll love for life, like a stunning pair of sapphire earrings. Blue Nile's jewelry experts are available 24/7 to help, from fit questions to style advice. Right now, get up to 30% off at BlueNile.com. BlueNile.com.
Thanks for choosing this free Anfield Index podcast. If you'd prefer to listen to this or any of our other shows without adverts, then now's the time to check out Anfield Index Pro. With AI Pro, you can supercharge your entire listening experience. You'll not only get all of our podcasts without the ads, but you'll have them far faster with our Quick Publish feature available exclusively for subscribers. AI Pro also puts you in the heart of our sound studio, with an option to listen to many of our shows live and interact with the podcasters in real time as the shows are recording. Upgrading couldn't be easier. AI Pro is available on all popular podcast platforms. Just head on over to AnfieldIndexPro.com and get started today.
Hello, welcome to the Daily Red, your lunchtime catch-up on all things Liverpool FC on a Friday on which nothing is really happening at all. We do have some news, though, and that is that Liverpool are going to play a friendly at Anfield on Sunday, the 11th of August. It will be Arne Slot's first home game, and it will be a 3 p.m. kickoff against Sevilla. So, should be a decent enough game. They're not particularly good the last couple of years, but it'll be a decent test, and obviously his first game at Anfield, which is good. And then obviously the league campaign kicks off in earnest the following Saturday at 12:30 kickoff away to Ipswich. So our run of games now: Real Betis on July 26th in Pittsburgh, Arsenal July 31st in Philadelphia, and Manchester United August 3rd in South Carolina. So, yeah, should be good. Should be good. Should be decent tests. And then that Sevilla game as well. So, doesn't look like we're going to do the local pre-season games that we've done in recent years. Not recent years, but in past years against teams like Tranmere. Maybe those will still come up. So maybe there will be a couple of those played. We'll have to wait and see. But for now, it's just the 4 pre-season games that have been confirmed. Piece on This is Anfield regarding Arne Slot's European record. In the 2019-2020 season, he was manager of AZ Alkmaar, and they worked their way through the Europa League qualifiers to land themselves in the group stage. They drew 0-0 at home, lost 4-0 at Old Trafford, drew twice with Partizan Belgrade, and hammered Astana twice to finish a point above Partizan in second place. And in the round of 32, they lost to Lask of Austria 3-1 on aggregate. So not bad, not bad. The following year then, also group stage, and this is obviously a season that was played without fans. He moved on then to Feyenoord, and he got to the final of the Europa Conference League and lost 1-0 to Jose Mourinho's Roma. They knocked out Union Berlin, who were good that year, Slavia Prague, and then Marseille. So they did really well. It's a really good European run. 22-23, they got to the quarterfinals of the Europa League, and again lost to Jose Mourinho. And then this past season, he had Feyenoord in the Champions League, and it didn't go great. They ended up finishing third. Now, it was a difficult enough group: Atletico Madrid, Celtic, and Lazio. They finished third, dropped into the Europa League playoff round thing, and lost again to Roma. So, yeah, hasn't had the best of luck against Roma in Europe, but thankfully we can't play them this coming season. He has managed 57 games in Europe, won 25, drawn 14, and drawn 18 and lost 14, taking 1.63 points per game. That will need, obviously, to improve significantly with us, but we'll give the guy time to get his feet under the table before we start worrying too much about anything like that. Nico Williams' bargain release clause, as source confirms Liverpool discussion. So, a journalist in The Athletic, who is Spanish-based and covers Spanish football, has said that Liverpool have had discussions about Nico Williams being an option for us if we decide to buy a winger. It sounds maybe like it might have come from an agent looking to either pressure Bilbao for a new contract or put pressure on Barcelona, where it's pretty well known the kid wants to go and play, to actually up the ante and go and make a bid. But they seem more interested in our own Luis Diaz. Let's see. Alexis got an assist for Argentina last night. Almost got injured, but seems okay. Arne Slot explained why he is Liverpool head coach and not manager. Well, because that's the decision Michael Edwards made. It's not down to anything else. Liverpool's new goalkeeping coach already had Jurgen Klopp interested. We'll come to that. Liverpool sources now insist signing a centre-back is not an immediate priority. So this is Ian Doyle, who 6 days previously said it was a priority. So what we've learned is that Ian Doyle has absolutely no idea what's going on and should probably just stick to doing dreadful match ratings, because he obviously has no sourcing at all. And to be fair, neither does anybody at the Liverpool Echo, which is well out of the loop and has been for a number of years. Arne Slot has explained why he won't enter the changing room at the AXA. A lot of managers are like that. They'll never set foot in the changing room at the training ground. So that's fair. The piece then on the new goalkeeping coach. So it's Fabian Otta, who is incredibly highly rated. He's only 33 years of age, currently works with the US men's national team, and he has been with Borussia Mönchengladbach. And he's very highly qualified, unusually qualified. He's got a doctorate, which you don't see very often in the football coaching sphere. So it's interesting. He's had quite an interesting path to where he's landing now. He worked previously at Burnley under Sean Dyche and was said to have done great things with Nick Pope. And Pope definitely did improve. That was the 2021 season. Prior to that, he'd worked at Hoffenheim for a couple of months. Prior to that, actually for 2 years, he was at Hoffenheim. I thought it was shorter. Prior to that, he worked in women's football, and he has been all around the place. He's worked in New Zealand and Australia. But yeah, currently working with the USA men's national team. So the question, I suppose, will be, will he give up that job to just work for Liverpool? Or is he going to continue on? Because I do think he's got a couple more years left on his contract. He's worked under 3 different managers now at Gladbach, and all 3 of them seem to have been very fond of him and thought very highly of him. Yeah, interesting. Good to see that we've gone out, though, and gotten someone that's, considered best in class in that position. It's not something we've had in recent years. Anything else on This Is Anfield? No, that appears to be our lot from there. On Anfield Watch, we are still boycotting those scandals over at Liverpool.com. So we'll check out Anfield Watch next and see what they've got to say for themselves. So X-Red names Arne Slot's ideal welcome gift and urges Liverpool to get 60 million deal done. And given that's a picture of Michael Olise, we will have a quick look at that. Liverpool join Arsenal and Man United in chase for 35 million French chase. We'll come back to that. There's a couple of pieces about Trent, who unsurprisingly has been made the scapegoat for England's horrendous performance yesterday, despite the fact that in the midfield 3 he played in, Declan Rice was atrocious and Jude Bellingham was even worse. Trent wasn't good at all. He was actually bad, but he was better than the other 2. He was also better than Walker and Trippier and Stones, and he was better than Foden, and he was better than Saka, and he was better than Kane. So while he was pretty dreadful, he was still one of England's better players until he was hauled off in 57 minutes because, Gareth Southgate is always going to Gareth Southgate. So this piece about the French international is Youssouf Fofana. I would have significant doubts that we have any interest in Youssouf Fofana. So Michael Olise, who's saying we should buy him? Stan Collymore. And he's right. He is right. Stan Collymore is right on this. Michael Olise would be an incredible signing for us. He could play as the 10 with Mo to his right and Dominic to his left. Then he could move left when Mo goes. Dominic could move central and we could buy a left winger, which means that you don't have to then look for the Mo successor that only plays one position. You could look at, any and every option. You could look at Kvaratskhelia to come in and play left with Olise right, Dom central. You could look at Musiala with Olise left and Dom right. Olise right and Dom left with Musiala as the 10. You could look at Florian Wirtz in a similar type of setup. It would give you great flexibility, and Michael Olise is a very, very special player. So absolutely we should go and bring him to the club. Now, there is some talk that he might end up staying where he is. They've offered him a new contract and want to change the buyout clause. But I just think we should be all over a deal for him. He is so special. On AnfieldIndex.com, there is a piece about Manu Kone, who allegedly is available for as little as 16 million. Could be worth having a look. Very, very good player. I think we should have bought him last summer, so I wouldn't be against the idea. There's a piece about reports of us having interest in Arda Güler, which I just don't see being a possibility. Piece about the Arne Slot first game at Anfield. There's a piece about Ricardo Calafiori, and Sam Maguire has written a good piece, so this piece is about Sam's article, which, look, I think Maguire has finally realised that not all Italians are bad. And just because he got a bad spaghetti bolognese once, it doesn't mean he needs to shut down the idea of us signing Italian players. Calafiori would be a brilliant bit of business for us. Report, Liverpool missing out on 15 million in sponsorship deals. So let's have a look. Okay. Oh, so it's our front of shirt sponsorship. And apparently, with Standard Chartered, what they're paying isn't really fair value. It's below what we could earn elsewhere. So you would hope that when that deal comes up for renewal, we either say goodbye to them and go and find someone willing to pay the most amount of money, or we bully them into paying us more. Podcast-wise, there's the new fatigue index, and there is the transfer show. Bit of a quiet week. There's a lot going on at the moment, and you've probably seen on Twitter about Eddie's dad, so he's very focused with that, obviously, and people are on holiday and doing different things, so it is a bit quiet at the moment, but we are doing the daily scouted pods, which are coming out on Anfield Index Pro and on EPL Index, where you can listen to those. So they're daily pods on the Euros. There was also Stat Me Up that's moved to EPL Index for the summer at least. So do check that out over there. But there is more to come on Anfield Index, and we will have more as we move along. But before I wrap up, I do just want to wish a very happy birthday to the one and only Trev Downey, the good brother. Turns 37 today, would you believe? And is hopefully going to celebrate by getting himself obnoxiously drunk, shouting at people, vomiting all over himself, and then falling asleep upside down at Din and a Skip, where he will be found by concerned neighbours on Tuesday of next week. Right, folks, that's going to do me for the week. I will see you on Monday. I assume Dave Davis will be in over the weekend to do the Saturday and Sunday pods. And if he's not, make sure to send him torrents of abuse and remind him that he's only keeping the seat warm. There we go. Right, I will see you all Monday. Take care. Have a great weekend.
We hope you enjoyed listening to this Anfield Index show. Please be sure to subscribe to our channel so future podcasts find their way to your device automatically. There's nothing quite like fan engagement, and we'd love to know what you think of anything discussed on this show. The best way to get in touch is over on our free Discord community, where both podcasters and listeners debate the hottest LFC topics 24/7. Sign up free now at AnfieldIndex.com/Discord. You won't regret it. You can also follow us on Twitter at Anfield Index and find us on Facebook by searching for Anfield Index. Oh, and before you go, we'd love it if you could leave us a 5-star review on your favourite podcast app. It only takes a couple of seconds, and it means the world to the people who create these free shows.
Sports Social Podcast Network.